Hi there, welcome to Win or Lose. Today is the first part in a series of videos where I show you how to make a nice modulated gaming board with fixed terrain for next to nothing. I'll just show you, this is the first piece. This was like my experimental piece. Uh, this cost me £2 to make, and it was made out of cardboard that I acquired for free, and masking tape. Yeah, that just made the core structure. Covered it with sand, bit of paint, some wire that I had laying around, and there you go. That was the first piece. That was like the test piece. And this is the piece that I'll be showing you how I made. Okay. Again, this was exactly the same, like basically methods. Basically, this board is to be based on Istvaan 3 from the Galaxy of Flames. It was featured in Galaxy of Flames, book 3 of the opening trilogy. And yeah, basically, I'm starting off with just a kill team board, so that because each of these tiles is 12-inch square, so 6 tiles will make it slightly bigger, but yeah, roughly a kill team size board. And then from there, I'll be expanding into a 4x4 and then a 6x4 setup. But yeah, I mean, I'll show you, go back to this one again. Like this one here and this one are basically representing the defences and trench networks that some of the loyalists hid in and then later defended after the orbital bombardment. So yeah, that's basically where we're going to go from there. But very quickly, how to get the card. The cardboard is utterly for free. Okay, and the way you acquire that is basically supermarkets are the best place. I work in one, so I know that if you go in a supermarket and ask them have they got any cardboard that they want that you could acquire, they'll more than happy give it to you. We have tons of it going spare, and a lot of people come for it asking the boxes for moving. But that's the kind of card, and you can get that of a single thickness corrugation, like kind of like that. Yeah, that's what you want, the corrugated cardboard. And they even do boxes that are double thickness, which are brilliant. I didn't use it for any of these, but later on I'll be using double corrugated. The only other one is mount board. I've used a little bits of thin sheet cardstock mount board. Now again, went to a shop in my high street, in my local high street, who makes picture frames, and I just asked if he had going spare, and he just said for £1, fill up a bag as much as you want of it. So I've got as much mount board that I ever want to use. I think I could go right up to a 6x4. And yeah, so that is it. So I'm going to cut off now, and then we'll go through the process of how I made this. So we begin with making the initial tile itself. This was made out of just regular corrugated cardboard. As you can see me now, I am measuring a 12-inch by 12-inch square. I do suggest using a proper rule, or a steel rule, or a straight rule. Managed to lose mine, so Lego brick and book for the job. So you need to cut out 2 of these tiles out of corrugated cardboard. And what you're going to do is sandwich them once they're cut. You're going to sandwich them with a bit of foam board in between. But when you layer the 2 corrugated pieces over, you've got to have it so that the grain of the corrugated crosses over. I'll demonstrate this in the video in a sec, but basically you want the corrugation to go one way on the bottom and one way on the other. Once it's done, you have a really nice sturdy tile. Draw your plan. That's my trench plan as you see here. Use a figure obviously for reference for spacing. And now I begin putting out the main shape. Now, I've seen a lot of people when they try and do landforms with cardboard, stacking it. I mean, it's great and it's really strong, but you use so much material. So the idea I did with the first test piece was to see could I create landforms that were hollow and still strong. So as we see here, that's what I've done. I've just started like basically putting on the initial barriers, the straight edges. The little lips are the firing platforms. And now I'm just going to be bulking out the backs. Any of the flat surfaces there. Oh, yeah, very importantly, coffee break. Yep. Anyway, back to work. Laying down the land platforms here. Now, I'm just putting these down roughly. You can carve into these. Carve away with a Stanley blade. But when we're doing the flat platforms, don't worry about literally covering everything like I've done on one of them. You really, because we're going to go over the whole thing with masking tape, what you just want is something to hold the masking tape like strong, just like a skeleton. You'll see here, I'm just laying a couple of little pieces, like almost like a weaving of a basket. See, there's gaps everywhere, but that's absolutely fine. So yep, just carving away all the excess cardboard, making everything all nice and like smooth edged, as it were. Adding some sprue rubble. And now we're going on to the masking tape. Now you just want to keep layering this and layering this. Go over in different directions. Don't do it all in one way, as that will show through once you put the sand down. So do crisscross the masking tape. Don't worry about if there's anything that peels up. When you go over with the PVA glue, that will seal it down. So this is what I'm doing now. Giving it a good old liberal cover in neat PVA. Yep, so this is any bits that are peeling up with the masking tape, that will knock them up, put them all down really nice and tight. Chucking on sand, this is like playground sand with a little bit of larger stones in there. Once I've put some down, give it a little spray of watered down PVA just to seal it in. So now I'm just doing all the other angles, as we see here. Somewhere I do drop it, so I had to go over again. The only other thing I did use was some standard like model railway flock, but yep, that is what it looks like after all the sand's down. Then I very, very quickly spray it black and hit it with red oxide and grey primer, just like a slight dusting. And then I give it a quick dry brush with a pale grey Wilco's paint. You get in a tester pot, it's just £1. And as you see here, I've got some galvanised wire, wrap it around my Legion of Lies last place wooden spoon, and super glue them in place. So there you have it. Another tile done. That's two 1 foot by 1 foot tiles. We'll see some angles here, but they butt up really nicely, look great, and between the two only cost me £3.50 for each. So yeah, if you want to give this a go for yourself, please do. Really cheap. I've been seeing the materials cost me nothing, only really cost me masking tape and spray paint. That was really all the cost it was. So if you want to give it a go, please do. And if you join the Win or Lose Facebook group, show us what you can make using the ideas I've done there. I mean, I'm still learning it, so whatever you you can get from this, it will be better than what I've done. So I'll come back with another video on where I've progressed with the next tile, because I've got another 4 tiles to do for the kill team board. So anyway, thank you for watching, and remember, win or lose, just have fun.